Today, we are checking out Synplant 2, which is a AI-driven application that will grow your audio files into something different. This is the best that I can do. The link will be in the description box, and as you can see, it costs $149. However, you can try out this application for 3 weeks for free, and it is a full trial and none of that extra BS. So we're off to a pretty good start there, at least. The sounds that I'm using in this video will come from Analog Artifacts, which will be linked in the description box as well. There's over, I think, 400 samples, which is perfect for Synplant because they're audio files that are one-shots. So here's Synplant 2 in the flesh here. And as you can see, I have 3 weeks left on my trial. So I'm just gonna go ahead and close that out. And then I will choose zoom because I wanna see if you can make this bigger. And yes, you can. So I will have it about this big, and that will make it a whole lot easier on all of us. So you have a whole bunch of choices here in the hamburger menu. You can do open patch, save patch, copy patch, geno patch, and I think I will do geno patch. That gives us the ability to take an audio file and resynthesize it. I have to stress that this is not a sampler, but it can take samples. So this is geno patch right here, and it already tells you what to do. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just press 1, it says load a reference here. And then I'll find the file. It would be nice if you could drag and drop a file right into the geno patch part of the plugin, because you can't do that in FL Studio, if you're wondering. So I chose short lead, and you can play the sound and then go from there. I'm gonna make sure, no, you cannot drag it over. So I just had to check again. And then you can choose to generate patches. So let's go ahead and generate patches. And you can see it kind of grow, hence the name Synplant, and it's going different references. So it's grabbing all of its functions, and it's, you know, getting the data analysis, and that's basically how machine learning works in a nutshell. Let's play some custom chord progressions from the MPC real quick, and this is what I got so far. And it's not even done with the process here. And that is absolutely crazy. As I'm holding this pad for a reason, the main reason why is because you know that that one shot wasn't played at a long extension. So it successfully resynthesized this right here. That's amazing. And this is just a MIDI controller right now. It's not, the actual sound is not coming from here. Truly amazing shit. Just keeping it real. Amazing as hell. From here, you can see that it's still going through the process of resynthesizing that waveform or that particular file, that's that sample. And you have different instances of it. So you can actually go through the cycles here and choose which one is the best for you. And it keeps on growing. Oh, that's actually wild right there. So what I instantly like about it is just the fact that, dude, not only does it resynthesize an audio file, it also adds like different traits to it. Like if different parameters might use an LFO on one part, it might even give you detuning and so forth, and it gets deeper. Some of the other things that I like about this is you can retune the actual audio file to a C note if it's not an imperfect C. And then you can also turn off the audio preview so that you don't have to hear anything while it's going through the DNA process or the growth process. One of the things that I like is the simple parameters. Like you have release over here. And as you can see, if you go to the left, it will tell you that you can have a shortened release gate. You can make it longer. You can change the atonality. It's detunes, tuning. And let me see if you can. No, you cannot double tap the parameter to reset it. Effects. And then volume, we already know what that does. Then you have bulb mode. The more interesting thing is when you add seeds. And then you can do wild stuff. So I recorded a progression, and this is how it sounds like. And I did play with some of the C's just to get an idea of some of the things that you could do tonal wise. And it's pretty cool. gotta be mindful. And it's all about the experience of this. That's what I like about it a whole lot. You can change like growth. You can do poly, legato, mono, and so forth. I'm not gonna do any of that. I think that takes away from this particular piece. And you can go right back in here and choose another sound. This is ridiculous, dude. And then the last but not least, of course, manipulate genes. You can mess with different envelopes and you can assign them. You see, you have your, like if I want to change the DNA of the sound, I can change it there, change the decay, change the fade. I can change the LFO rate, assign LFOs, you know, kind of the typical stuff. If you wanted to go, you know, that route. This is insane. This is freaking insane, bro. Wow. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Thoroughly impressed. And I guess I'll start off with a con. The price point, $150, good lord, that's a lot of money. However, I think it's totally justified given the system that it's using. Now, a lot of people don't know much about machine learning, and I've explained it over a couple of times on the channel, but I have another link in the description box so that you can hear it from the goat's mouth himself. And I think you should watch that video with him and Cuckoo because it will kind of further expand your mind of where he's at with Synplant 2. And then you can see why it costs that much. And then the biggest thing that I think is a pro is that he stands by his product and allows you to try it for 3 weeks. So I'm gonna be trying this out like a mug on almost everything that I use. Other things about it, as far as the design and the look, is very inspiring, inspirational stuff. And that is the main thing that should be the surplus of any producer. I ain't gonna hold you guys. I think this is the plugin of the year, if not the decade. And I think the biggest plus, at least on my computer, it's not CPU intensive. It might vary for other people, but from what I've seen, and my computer is a complete wreck right now, it is extremely low on CPU usage, even with screen recording. That is a huge plus. And the biggest plus has to be the simple fact that not only does it resynthesize an audio file, though it's not the first one to do it. I will talk about another plugin yet again that can do the exact same thing. It's just no machine learning on that level. To the right of me, I have more content for that ass. Make sure that you subscribe. What do you guys think about Synplant 2? I think it's truly amazing. I think it's worth your time. Links in the description box. The files that I'm using will be in the description box as well. God bless.